These 2-star units can appear in your shop starting encounter. And Ink Shadow is more similar because like Ink Shadow has the same system with like there's 3 items out of 7. And okay, so wait, this artifact selection is actually kind of nice. So if I take Rapid Fire or Fish Bones, I could play Nafiri reroll. But I'm actually gonna go with Unending Despair. And I'm not joking, but Unending Despair is the best artifact in the set. And this game will explain why. And no, this Zyra is slightly different. Her ability works a little bit different. She's similar, but not exactly the same. So as you know, Unending Despair, it's sort of like it transforms your shield into damage. And there's this green Exotech items that makes your shields stronger, and it also generates shields. Once I have the Exotech item, it's actually a little bit easier to show. Yeah, whenever a shield on the holder breaks, 100% of that shield's initial value is... Oh no, actually it doesn't increase shield value, it just deals damage when a shield breaks. Okay. But this is still like incredibly powerful in combination with this specific Exotech item. Muted for me. So if you're playing Exotech in the beginning, you're looking for Jax, Nafiri, Jhin, and Mordekaiser obviously, but Jax is already pulling some really nice damage with Unending Despair, so even if you don't open with Mordekaiser, that's still perfectly fine. So yeah, here you can see 472 damage. That was from Unending Despair, dealing a lot of damage when the Jax shield broke.
If I must become the whole world's villain, then so be it.
Okay, so here you can see, so the starting encounter was a hack, I believe, right? And that hack will persist throughout the entire game. I mean, you can just call it a special encounter, I suppose. And yeah, there's always a chance to have like 2-star units in your shop. And this can be tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, and later tier 4. Not sure about tier 5. Are there any overheal as shield sources? The set for infinite loop with Omnivamp. I don't think there's any infinite loops because items don't interact with Omnivamp. Let's say you Static Shift or Ionic Spark. Do you get healed if those items deal damage if you have a unit with Omnivamp? The answer is no. So, in the same way, you can't interact with that. No, I do think tier 5 should be possible. I'm just not sure if you need level 9 or level 10 for it. It might be possible with level 9, just a very low chance. So yeah, here I'm going over all of the frying pans. I will probably do a tactic guide for this tomorrow, as you don't have to look it up all the time. The important thing to remember is that every single frying pan combination has a special effect. This does not apply to spatulas, it's only frying pans. So Marksman has like additional range, Bruiser has the magic damage, no, Rapid Fire has additional range, Marksman has armor reduction, Bruiser has magic damage, stuff like that. I think Slayer has like you heal more, which can be pretty interesting on something like Samira. Or Renekton, I suppose. Increased healing is obviously decent. I'm so broke because I bought the Chivana. I didn't manage to maintain my win streak. Why is that? It's because Spatulas is Origins and Frying Pans is Classes. And Spatulas already have like these crazy win cons with like 10 Anima Squad, 10 Exotech, and 10 Sweet Demons. Whereas classes is like more simple, you know, like Bruiser. Like there's nothing special about having a Bruiser emblem if Bruiser caps out at 6 Bruiser, if you think about it. It kind of makes sense that these types of emblems they need a bit of love to become more desirable. Yeah, rip streak at the moment, but it will be fine. Yeah, another Shivana. But dude, I'm already broke. I can't afford this unit at the moment. Also, I want to play for Exotech. Like, if this was like a 2-star Nefiri or a 2-star Jin, like, then yeah, for sure. Not on any other effects. This guy is a gold collector Shaco. That's probably pretty disgusting. But he doesn't have Syndicate yet, so if he had Syndicate as well, yeah, that would be really scary. Yeah, he's still pretty scary. Oh yeah, something to keep in mind is because everybody is gonna be playing Zac. Stuff like Gold Collector might actually be a bit better in late game because you can execute the Zac drops and stuff. That doesn't make any sense. Wait, it had like a special animation, but it didn't. It gave me like one component. That didn't make a lot of sense. Honestly, it looked more like a street demon and less like a hack. I don't know. Might be a bug, might be something else. I don't really know. Oh yeah, here that was a nice shop, by the way. Sejuani, Nefiri, and Mordekaiser in the same shop on 6. I go from no Exotech to 5 Exotech. And now we are very, very close to Exodia. Yeah, I know I missed Shivana 4-star. We are very, very close to Exodia. So Pulse Stabilizer is supposed to be it's supposed to be a Jin item, but I don't have Jin at the moment, so I can give it to Varus. It's better on Jin though, because Varus is an AP caster, something that took me a while to learn. I kept treating Varus like an AD caster for some reason. Okay, now, what am I gonna get here? What is the one augment you definitely want? If you have Corrupted Chassis, Unending Despair, Mordekaiser. What is the one augment you want over everything? Could it be Crown Guarded? Nah. Couldn't be Crown Guarded. Yeah, now the fun begins. Because now this is gonna become really stupid really fast. So obviously Crown Guard has a massive shield, which once it breaks, Unending Despair will deal infinite damage. The green chassis item actually improves the power of shields, so the Crown Guard shield is even stronger. And once the Crown Guard breaks, he has more AP, which means that the initial shield from Mordekaiser will be stronger as well. And there's also the whole thing, the chassis item, the Exotech item, it generates shields as well. So you can see it right here. So there's gonna be like you can see sort of like a green animation coming from Mordekaiser. Like right now, this animation here. So what's happening here is that part of Mordekaiser's max HP is sort of like done as a true damage tick. Like, did you see it right there? 70 true damage, 70 true damage. This is coming from the item, and what's happening is that he's siphoning off HP and it acts like true damage for the opponents, and that damage becomes a shield for Mordekaiser. And when that shield breaks, Unending Despair is dealing damage, which means this becomes so stupid so fast. Smooth Criminal, thank you for the prime. Now, yeah, this is just insane synergy. So what you always want to do at the start of the game is you want to check if you have chassis as your item, like the green Exotech item, and if you see it, look for Unending Despair. It's that, and look for Crown Guarded as well. Even if you don't have Unending Despair, it's still fine. Like, look what happens if the shield breaks. Like, look at this. He still has a shield. It's honestly so stupid. But this guy was kind of AFK. I think he might have like that guy probably like lagged out or didn't get in after the loading screen. Nah, I don't think we will ever get 5 stars. Honestly, 4 stars is difficult enough. What's the point of 5 stars? I think capping out at 4 stars is perfectly fine. I think I do red buff for anti-heal at the moment. Yeah, I don't have any anti-heals, so yeah, I'm just doing red buff Varus. Isn't Unending garbage? I mean, in this set it's S tier for sure. You will see. Like, I mean, this Mordekaiser was already pretty strong, but that guy is still 1 star, and yeah, this is definitely gonna completely go out of control. Where's Jenna when you need her? We don't need a Jenna. But we do need a Jhin and a Zeri. Yeah, Hollow Bow, so the way it works is you kind of need to combine Hollow Bow with Jeweled. I think. Ever seen Worlds? Not really. I'm not really spectating competitive TFT. And that's a 1000 damage when the Crown Guard shield expired from the Mordekaiser. It's just brutal. So yeah, the Mordekaiser, he gets a Crown Guard shield at the beginning. That's 1114 damage right there. So he has a Crown Guard shield at the beginning. He gets a shield every time he casts. And he gets a shield from the Siphon effect from the Exotech item. So that's like 3 different ways for him to gain a shield and then deal damage with Unending Despair. Yeah, I mean, I think it's nice though. I think it's nice that Unending Despair finally has time to shine. Yeah, this Shaco just, oh my, look at this. This is a Mordekaiser 1 star. He's just plowing through the enemy team like it's nothing. He's just constantly one-shotting people with like 1000 magic damage in stage 3. Yeah, I do think the amount of reprints on the set is really high in terms of like traits and units. It feels a bit weird. But I feel like this is something we might have to get used to, because the more TFT sets we have, the more reprints there will be. Because at some point, like, I mean, unless they invent new abilities for every single unit, like, there will be reprints, obviously. So I think this is going to be something we might have to get used to. Yeah, it's like, I think it's not a problem if it's a reprint as long as it's fun, right? Like, there's nothing bad about reprinting something that was loved by players. Okay, so this is one of the hacks. It was a green orb, and the green orb had a bunch of tiny loot orbs with like gold and tier 1 units in it. So that was one of the hacks. So we had the starting encounter hack and we had that loot orb hacks. So I push 7, looking for Mordekaiser 2 star at the moment, and I'm also looking for Jhin and Zeri for 7 Exotech. Got another Varus 2 star here on 7. But no Mordekaiser 2 star. Dude, I'm gonna find Varus 3 before Morde 2 if this continues. Oh, and I'm also gonna find Jax 3 if this continues. I think Ionic might be good here because of me. Like, I have so much magic damage from Unending Despair. Okay, so Mundo with a D-Claw and Alistar 3 star. Let's see how they're holding up against the Mordekaiser 1 star. Pretty easy. And this guy has like so many 3 stars, but yeah, doesn't really have any chance. I think it's safe to say Unending this, like, if they leave Unending Despair the way it is, yeah, have fun. Oh, a Radiant Refractor. I wonder which item we could make into a Radiant here. And this is not a chosen mechanic. This is the 2-star units come from the starting encounter. Hey, look, it's two crown guards and a mortar 2. Beautiful. Okay, now the fun begins. Now the fun begins because yeah, I think I start to realize that this item should go into Jin. Mordekaiser 2-star, Radiant Crown Guard, Chassis, Unending Despair. Let's see, first the Mortar shield should break before the Crown Guard breaks. Crown Guard still hasn't broken yet, I think. I know it did. Yep. What exactly are you supposed to do against that? Because I don't know. I have no idea what to do against this. Captain Sinch, thank you for your prime. And Zontas, also thank you for your prime. The set mechanic is called Hex. It's it's kind of like set 11 encounters, except it also applies a lot to augments, something that encounters haven't really done that much. So it's like I would say the set mechanic is a different take on the set 11 encounters. It's like the easiest way to. So for example, sometimes you get like a hack that lets you get 4 augments. That can be a hack. There's like actually there's more than one hack that gives you 4 augments. One hack just straight up gives you an additional augment round, and another hack gives you like the option to take 2 silver augments instead of a gold one, and that can also result in you having 4 augments. You see this Declaw Poppy 3-star? I don't. He just magically disappeared from the face of the earth. Yeah, anomalies are gone. There was a 2.4k magic damage on a Declaw Bastion unit. Yeah, this is prime time for Unending Despair. Like, I mean, obviously it is Radiant Crown Guard, but I mean, all things considered, the setup is not that much. It's you open Unending Despair, and one of your 3 Exotech items needs to be the green one. If those conditions are met, then you have the setup. Like, did you just see that? It was like 3.6k magic damage right there after the shield broke. Yeah, 1600 just completely one-shotting the enemy carry. Every fight is like 10k damage on the Mordek 2-star. And he's a tank, by the way. He's not intended to be a carry. I mean, technically you... Okay. This should be interesting. Mundo 3-star with a Declaw and a Redemption Alistair next to him. Interesting. There was 2.7k damage from the Crown Guard shield, and the Mundo is just gone. And I feel like this is why Crown Guard is nice, right? No, Jax cannot do the same. Morta is way better at this, in my opinion. I mean, Jax has his shields too, but I feel like Morta has the better ability. Unfortunately, I still lost, but this guy had like, I don't know, for 3 stars, a bunch of D-claws. And my backline is still a bit weak. I don't have Zeri, for example. I don't have 7 Exotech, I don't have Zeri. But yeah, so here you can see the Soul Killer trait from Viego. So the way it works is that if you play Viego but he hasn't killed a unit yet, you actually get a golem with 1 item instead. So no matter what, Viego will always be useful even if you didn't kill a single unit. I'm reminded of Seju with an emblem who destroyed everything. Wait, you mean You mean the Dragon Mancer Seiju from Set 7? The ones that are Guild Sejuani that just one-shot everything? Yeah, kind of. Okay, I found the Zeri. Actually, there was a Zeri 2-star. Yeah, there was Zeri 2-star from the starting encounter. So yeah, the way you're supposed to do this hollow bow is honestly, it's kind of supposed to go on Varus. Hollow bows on Varus, preferably with a jeweled gauntlet. And then the AD item that Jin has, I would probably put it on Zeri here, simply because the Jin 2-star isn't that strong. But at this point, I don't really know what I'm doing, so always easy in hindsight. What about innovating Locket? I mean, could work. It's just so funny every time you see like a shield from Mordekaiser expire and there's like a random 2k magic damage nuke across the board. I think one thing that's kind of like different between Hex and encounters, you knew when encounters were coming, right? Like encounters they kind of like showed in the board at the like at the top of the interface. You knew whether or not an encounter was coming. With Hex, you're going in blind. Like you don't know if your augment selection is getting hacked. You don't know if there's gonna be a glitched carousel or something. It makes it definitely harder to predict. The game is also trying really hard to give me the game is trying really hard to give me Zeri 3-star. But yeah, this Mordekaiser build was honestly really fun. Now, unfortunately, after the game, I realized what I should have done. So, let me explain what's happening right now. As you can clearly see, having Mordekaiser with these items gives you an insane power spike. Now, because of the starting encounter, I was really greedy because I was like, I want Mordekaiser 3-star because I want to sort of like min-max this whole interaction. But the game never gave me a 2-star Mordekaiser, which means I'm still stuck on like 6 Mordekaisers this late into the game. So if you ever get the setup, just go 10. You know, play 7 Exotech, play the Mordekaiser, and just rush levels. Like use the power spike from Mordekaiser 2-star to rush levels. Don't waste your time trying to do a Mordekaiser 3-star, it's not worth it. Just rush levels and cap out your board with legendaries. It's a way better game plan. Now, if you want to commit on the meme, then, you know, commit on the meme, go for the Mod 3-star, maybe even throw in some bruisers, I don't really care. But if you're strictly looking for LP, then play tempo, play high tempo. And don't go for the Mordekaiser 3-star the way I did it in this game. That's like something I kind of like, I mean, I wouldn't say I learned this lesson. It's just, obviously, you know me at this point, right? Like, if I see a meme, I tend to commit on it, even if it's not the best LP play. But yeah, if you're looking for LP, use Mordekaiser 2-star Unending Despair for tempo. And if you're not playing for LP and you just want to see big number and enemy tanks disappear, then yeah, go for the Mortar. Oh my god, dude, there's an Aurora with a Crown Guard and you're not taking it. And you even have Dynamo with Jin. I hate this guy. The guy who's playing at the moment is clearly a huge noob. I can't stand him. Not taking Aurora with a Crown Guard there. Huge mistake. Huge. What an idiot. Yeah, okay. As an excuse, I'm tilted because I'm not hitting Mordekaiser. That is my excuse, okay? I really wanted to see Mordekaiser 3-star this game. Oh, we have a Viego here. Viego with Shojin Archangel Jeweled Gauntlet. 6.2k damage, but honestly pretty bad still. I thought it was still pretty weak for a 3-item 2-star legendary. Oh yeah, I guess there's no more 6 cost. No more reason to rush 10. I mean, honestly, I feel like I could have had a pretty strong Varus here. So the way Varus works is the Hollow Bow works with crit. And Varus is an Executioner, which means that either you throw in an Executioner, like, so the correct play here is the following. You kick out the Draven, you add an Executioner, and then you give Hollow Bow to Varus. Because then the Executioner gives him spell crit, and then you don't need Jeweled Gauntlet. I don't know why I think I said it a few times that Varus is good with Jeweled, but it's actually not true because he's an Executioner. I mean, you can still combine it, but yeah, you don't really need it. And yeah, this mod is having fun. Yeah, I feel like I'm a little bit too focused on Zeri carry here. I should probably play more around the Varus. But it's okay, you know, it's the first days of playtest. You're allowed to make mistakes. Surely there's not gonna be any mean YouTube comments. Oh, I think I realized why I don't play around Varus is because I don't like his numbers. Right, I hover over the Varus numbers. I'm like, dude, what? It's only 500, and then it's only 200 AoE. I'm like, dude, that stuff is useless. I don't want to play around Varus. I mean, I kind of get it because like Zeri is more fun. Zeri is a really fun unit. Hey, Gen 3. Nice. And Seju 2. Nice. At this point, because I don't have more than 3, I shouldn't actually isolate him anymore. Because he like you don't want him to die. And now like the late game boss have so much damage that it's actually not that hard for them to burst down this mortar. Oh, he is a really strong Samira 2-star. Red buff, Infinity, a Chain of Justice. That's scary. Dude, my mortar is barely alive. Oh, he's dead. Yeah, and because I don't have, and like most of my carries are honestly kind of useless. The moment my mortar dies, my entire team falls apart. Which is why I should be level 9 with a bunch of 2-star legendaries instead of trying to 3-star the Exotech. I got baited so hard by the starting encounter with the 2-star units. That's why I got baited into 3 stars, but yeah, never should have went for that. This area is super cool, by the way. I can heavily recommend playing this area.
Oh, thank God they did not bring back Chosen. I would have not mentally survived another Chosen set this early. I need at least 4 sets before I can stomach another Chosen set.
Like, Zeri, I did mention this earlier in the stream, but like, Zeri has amazing visual progression. So if you have like a Ginzo Zeri and she starts, if you have Ginzo Zeri and she starts stacking more and more clones, it's just really satisfying to watch the fight develop. Because it's easy to follow and feel satisfying. But yeah, here we can see Renekton is stealing HP from Zac. But one thing that's important to remember for this set is positioning is so important. I'm being lazy here, but just watch what the other guy is playing like. I mean, not even the other guy, but it's like Sejuani being left or right side, that's pretty important. Stacking everybody in the same row against a Ziggs carry, ooh, that's probably not a good idea. Enemy has Z or Vex, you might want to put filler units into the corner, you know. There's like, there's a lot of tiny things in positioning you can do to give yourself an advantage, depending on what the opponents are playing. Which traits have prismatic? There's Anima Squad that needs 2 emblems. Street Demons that also needs 2 emblems. And I think Exotech needs 3 emblems. I think those are the 3 prismatics. In terms of power, I think Anima Squad is by far the strongest at the moment. Exotech, I haven't seen anybody reach an Exotech yet, but it's probably strong. And then, yeah, Street Demons was kind of weak from what I heard, so they probably have to buff 10 Street Demons a bit. Yeah, the hack with the 10 or 30 gold, you get that a lot. That's a pretty common hack. But it's quite fun. I like that one. Yeah, I'm just getting farmed now by Samira, man. Here's Zac 2-star, Renekton 2-star, Koboku 2-star, and Samira 2-star. Like, all of these are 2-star legendaries, so yeah. I'm getting farmed pretty hard by this guy. And my only hope is to find Mordekaiser 3-star, who still hasn't shown up. Rip me. See, the thing is, like, if you have the Starry Night encounter, you might get baited into rerolling, but it's kind of the wrong approach, because if you think about it, if you rush levels, the Starry Night might give you 2-star T4 and 2-star T5 units for free. I mean, more or less for free. Which means that it's actually level rush that's the good strategy, and re-rolling that's the bad strategy. Because the moment somebody rushes 9 and then his... Like, this guy is close to Zac 3-star, you can see it. Oh no, he's actually not that close, but... But still, yeah, I mean... Going for the 2-star legendaries is definitely the way to go. Yeah, at this point, Mord is too slow, the rest of the team can't really keep up, and I'm getting outscaled. It's a shame. The problem is I just really wanted to see Mord as 3-star, so... That Azir kind of looks like he's hanked, but maybe that's just the skin. Which skin is that from Azir? I don't actually recognize it. Mecha Kingdom, maybe? Yeah, I mean, Azir is pretty easy compared to Aurelion. Come on, Mordekaiser! I don't even think Mordekaiser was that contested in that lobby. I just got super unlucky. Hey! But is it enough? Is Mordekaiser 3-star enough to deal with an entire 2-star legendary board? Let's find out. Stage 7-1. So he has Koboku 2, Renekton 2, Zac 2, Samira 2, and this is a ghost fight because I think his main fight has more Zac on the bench for the... No, he's actually not playing Aurora. Never mind. So one thing that's actually interesting about Aurora is that she gives a bunch of attack speed. So if you take the Exotech trait, I think it gives like HP for each item, right? There might be an argument where you actually keep Zeri with items on your bench and have Aurora pull the Zeri in, so the Zeri starts with like a lot of attack speed at the start of the fight. Because you don't actually care that much about the Exotech bonus on Zeri. I mean, then again, you do lose the rapid fire, I think. Not 100%. It's gonna take a lot of testing. That is going to take a lot of testing. I don't think they benefit from the trade, but I'm not 100% sure. I think I tried to throw in a Bastion unit, and the Bastion unit definitely did not have any bonus armor or MR. That one I'm certain of. Bastion did not work. Okay, and that is game number 2. Second place again.